God.
Rocko's Modern Life. Rocko's Modern Life. Ding, 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 dee, 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 dee.
Oh, God.
I swear,
Like the
God,
theme song is just genius, man. I'm telling you.
Mm.
I'm telling you, man.
Okay.
them early '90s like theme songs and stuff, they be fire though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Mm.
Yeah,
Let me
Ren
see
and
if this is
Stimpy had a
mad.
good theme song too. Animaniacs. Duckman. What y'all know about Duckman and shit?
Duckman?
Yeah, Duckman.
Never heard of it.
Uh, it's
What
like it
you
was
got
on
me
the
watching
USA.
this?
Shit,
Guess who voiced Duckman?
Who's
Oh,
that?
George
Mo-
Costanza, Jason Alexander.
Oh Lord.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna be seeing a lot of old Lord today, yo. Oh good.
By the way, Ashley can't make it because she has to go to work in the morning, so she's gonna participate in the chat.
Okay.
So shout out to Ash, by the way, because she loves this show too.
Oh Lord.
Rocko's Modern
What was
Life.
y'all watching when you was growing up? What was y'all watching?
We were watching art.
That's art?
We were watching art.
Lord.
Ray Sean knows. Oh, Eric wants to join too. Okay. Shit, it's gonna be a fucking party tonight. Shit.
Jesus Christ. Why you get Ray Sean for this?
Yo, Ray Sean, if you want to join too, I'm down.
Yeah,
I need
cartoonist.
all
Why
the
you
I
get
need,
why
I
you
need
get
all the
him?
Rocko. I need all the Rocko defenders tonight, yo.
Defenders?
I need them all. Shit.
Like we're going to war. I need all the Rocko defenders.
No, because
Oh my Lord.
Wow.
I actually like Thundercats and shit, man. Shit. I was like, we can talk about Thundercats. We can talk about Rocko and shit. By the way, I sent to Eric.
You put Thundercats in the same sentence with this?
I mean, shit. That was a hoot.
I mean,
Like, this was back when cartoons had no fucking limitations and shit, yo. Like,
Facts.
now everybody tries to be socially conscious and shit.
Right.
Everybody tries to be like Gravity Falls and shit.
Gravity who?
So some stupid show called Gravity Falls. I think it's like some Disney show.
Oh hell no.
What goes modern life? Do. Don't worry, we're gonna talk about Martin in like 2 to 3 weeks anyway.
oh, thank God.
Because honestly, I don't need that. I pretty much know Martin like the back of my hand, honestly. So
That's great.
Dang.
What's Gravity Falls? What's that? Gravity Falls a movie?
Overrated cartoon.
Oh, there's a movie called Gravity Falls. That's why I was like, is he talking about the horror film?
I didn't even know it's a movie called Gravity
Yeah.
Falls.
Yeah, it was about like this town. They had like a goat, not a ghost, like an evil spirit. Like this woman like died and she casted like a curse on the town, and then she came back.
What up, Eric?
Wow.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
What's good?
Nothing. I'm just here like the players hate his ball. I'm just here to hate.
Oh Lord. Yep.
Son told me to wake up. When I got my link, when I seen the video, I'm like, I'm gonna come on here and be on some player haters ball, Dave Chappelle skit type shit.
I mean, whatever y'all say is not going to discriminate my love for Morocco and shit.
Well, thank God.
We they won't make you red. Everybody different, you know.
Yeah. And I think this is the third cartoon because we talked about Batman, then we talked about Thundercats. Now we're talking about Rocko and shit.
What's he do?
Oh, Ray Sean's okay. Yo, Ray Sean, put your email on the chat and shit. I'll delete it once you do it.
Oh snap! He coming on here?
Yeah, I told you, me and Ray
He's
Sean.
a cartoonist. I don't understand why Rick didn't ask him anyway.
Red's gonna need all the backup he can get.
But wow.
What up, Sean?
He gonna play the young and the restless for me. Every time somebody says something,
Oh my god.
say something in the chat, he gonna play it.
Oh, Jesus. So Drake and 21 Savage dropped a new album today.
Boo.
Yo, what's up with that fucking cover? I thought it was Glorilla. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Some chick off of Instagram or some shit.
That shit was traumatizing.
She looked like one of Nicktoon's baby. I was like, who the hell is this? I think this is hell, man. I seen what you said in the comment section earlier.
You said what?
You remember that video I did on my channel?
Oh yeah.
This man Mike crazy, man. Yeah, man, that shit traumatized me. I'm like, what the hell is going on out here, man?
I call it like it is, man, because that bitch is ugly as fuck. Who gonna knock her up? Oh, she look like a boy.
Who?
Apparently, word on the street is young and man pregnant. Yeah.
You said what?
I said apparently on the street, young MA is pregnant.
Oh yeah, I heard about Young M.A. being pregnant. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's good for her.
I'm like the Maury show. I want to know who is the father.
Like you said, they can. Probably.
Yeah. That's the number one suspect right there. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm in the twilight zone.
All right, I'm gonna try to invite Ray Sean and shit.
All
right. Need all the Rocko love. You said what?
Now Sam said she's not pregnant. How would Sam know? How would you know that?
I seen a picture of her and her stomach looking like it was doing the poke me out count. So
They've been saying she was pregnant since the summertime. So how would you know she's not pregnant?
This is why I put question marks. I was like, I don't know, man. Like if you look at the picture of her stomach, y'all you know.
Wow. But again, who want to knock that up?
Right.
You never know.
It's ugly as hell. What the fuck? It must like a blindfold on her somewhere.
He's low for something because he's sexy, like young and me.
Ray Sean. I'm off. Go ahead. I'm off.
No, you good.
Everyone had a good week. Y'all can't wait for the weekend.
Right?
Yeah, I gotta get ready for the Georgia and Tennessee games. So everybody in their mama gonna be down here.
Got you. Wow. Yeah, I'm off this weekend as my school homecoming, so I'm gonna get fucked up.
Oh, dope.
You know what that means? Trip to the ABC store, get me some headache.
I gotta do some grocery shopping on Saturday, and then shit, I might just chill the fuck out this whole weekend.
I don't blame you.
Uh, watch some football games or something.
Right.
I know tomorrow's gonna be a busy day for me and shit. We got to do a DJ video, then we got to do the review on my Lifetime Volume One. Then I got to go to a party and shit.
Oh, what?
Yes, sir.
I I gotta do another overtime tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, Sean's here. Bet. Yo,
Yo,
What's good?
welcome to the
doing good.
show.
Showing.
What's
Yeah,
good?
man. You doing good, bro?
Yep.
That's what's up. All right, well, I'm ready to start whenever y'all are.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All righty. What's up, you too? How's everyone doing this lovely morning? To your boy Reg in the building. I've got a full house today. I got my homeboy Pride with me.
Yo.
Got my homeboy Mike with me.
Yeah, yeah.
Got Eric as a guest host as well.
What's up, y'all?
And for the first time on the panel, we got, a very dope animator. We got Ray Sean in the building.
What's up?
What's good?
Right. So today we are going to do another show retrospective, and we're going to talk about, in my personal opinion, my favorite Nicktoon, the best Nicktoon ever, Rocko's Modern Life. This show ran in 1993 from August. Hold on, excuse me. So September 18th, 1993, all the way to, if Wikipedia can hurry the fuck up, all the way to November 24th, 1996. It was created by Joe Murray. It was the fourth Nicktoon. You know how we do it. We talk about how we got into the show. I know Try, you're not a fan of this show and stuff like that.
Never seen it.
So I'm gonna go over to Mike.
All right. Okay. Honestly, like I didn't even watch the show like way too much because I didn't have cable and stuff. But whenever I go like people's houses, such as my friends or like my grandma's house, it's always on. So I got hip to that like Nicktoons. You know what I mean? Like I used to watch that, Doug, Rugrat, um, yeah, Marco's Mile Life, of course. But like I feel like '93, like in like the early '90s, especially from like '90 to like maybe '93 or '94 ish, like it was like some good like cartoon shows. So like good shows in general, I feel. So like yeah, like the early '90s for me was like it was like Christmas Day basically.
Okay.
I feel you. Alrighty. Eric, you have any thoughts on this show or no?
No, I'm doing the Ray Charles blind kind of series. I never looked at the show like that.
Gotcha. All right, what about you, Ray Sean?
For entertainment purposes, I just want to see what Charles is going to say. And I
For
I
want
me,
ain't
to see
saying
how.
nothing because I ain't watching the show. I'm just gonna listen to everybody else.
I got into Rocko during when it aired on syndications. I didn't watch it when I was like growing up because I grew up in 1997 and that show came out in 1993. So I watched it during like reruns on Nickelodeon Nicktoons, unlike a lot of the other shows that aired at the time.
Oh,
Got you.
and Vishon
All
talks all proper. That's good. You don't have a hood nigga on here.
right.
You know what I mean?
And
All right.
s- similar to Ren and Stimpy, Rocco got away with so much.
Right. We'll talk about Ren and Stimpy too. All right. To me, I mostly got into the show, just growing up watching Nickelodeon and shit like that. That was back when Nickelodeon just had quality after quality, talking Rugrats, Angry Beavers, Hey Arnold. But to me, I don't know what it was about Rocco's Modern Life and shit like that, but it was just such a surreal, zany kind of show where you can definitely feel the freedom the creators had over the project and shit like that too. And honestly, you know, this was a show that definitely, like Ray Sean said, got away with a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of the jokes today was just like, whoa, shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Cause I've always said this was not a kid show. It was marketed for a kid audience and stuff like that too.
I mean, I think the main audience for Rocco was like for older children, like teenagers and adults, because the humor was for like teenagers and adults. The kids you can enjoy like the slapstick.
Right. Like the colorful characters and shit like that, yada yada, all that bullshit. No. Niggas thought they were about to watch fucking Muppet Babies. They were in for a big surprise and shit.
Muppet Babies. I remember that.
This nigga said Muppet Baby. That sound like some
That's
PBS
from the
shit. Yeah.
'80s. That's '80s Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
Muppet Babies, that was my
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
That's
that was
like
now '80s
I don't
Nickelodeon. I grew up on. I didn't grow up on '90s Nickelodeon.
Right.
I grew up on
Muppet
90s, so
Babies.
I certain ones.
Definitely. All right, so you know how we always do with these little retrospectives. We're just going to talk about, the history, the characters, how he was treated by the network, favorite episodes, all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Um, so pretty much when it came to the history of this show, the show originally started out when Joe Miri was trying to do this character for this comic book called Travis and stuff like that in the 80s and stuff too. She was pretty much taking illustrating jobs, but he was trying to make it into the TV business and shit too. So by the time like the early 90s had happened, what I'm saying, he started like doing this little independent film called My Dog Zero. And the heads of Nickelodeon, they pretty much liked it and stuff like that, and they wanted to work with Joe Murray some more because at that time Nickelodeon was trying to add their own lineup because 80s Nickelodeon, they pretty much bought a lot of shit. Well, a lot of Canadian kind of shows and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? They were throwing a few syndicated shows like what y'all mentioned, Muppet Babies and stuff like that too. But yeah, man, it wasn't until '91 when they started airing like their own original content and stuff like that too. And with that being said, it became like the first channel to air exclusively for kids and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Um, so the pilot was made in 1992, and pretty much the pilot, I think it was called like Trash Madness or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And originally Rocco's color was yellow. Rocco's color is yellow, but then they changed, of course, his color to like beige and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because originally Nickelodeon was trying to make him like a recognizable kind of color so they can easily market him and stuff like that too, you know what I'm saying? So, but hey, shit happens, you know what I'm saying? So by late 1992, he was working on a show. At the time it was supposed to be called like the Rocko show and stuff like that too, until it would eventually be changed to Rocko's modern life. And tragedy kind of happened because around the time he was working on like the first season, his wife, Joe Murray's wife, committed suicide and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And she committed, and he pretty much blamed the fact that he was busy doing the show. He was busy doing the show and stuff like that. On the reason why she committed suicide and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So he was kind of going through it. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of going through it, and he pretty much believed that the show would only be aired for one season and stuff like that too. But then the ratings got good. Nickelodeon started liking it, and they wanted to renew it for another season in December of 1993. But then, of course, when it came to like the later on seasons, he decided to hand the project over to Steven Hellenberg. Yes, that's Steven Hellenberg, the
Yep.
creator of SpongeBob. More on that in a minute.
Hmm.
And so pretty much the show was pretty much a joint production between Games Animation, which Games Animation was known for holding Ren and Stimpy, and of course his productions, Joe Murray Productions and stuff like that too. So now let's get into the characters and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So characters, you have fucking Rocko. He's pretty much like a wallaby, which is like a baby kangaroo, if I'm not mistaken, and stuff like that too. He was voiced by Carlos Alazarak, if I'm saying his name right. Um, all my Reno 911 heads, y'all should know who he is. He played Deputy James Garcia. Rocco's like a mild mannered kind of guy and stuff like that too. The show follows him, going through his daily life and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Just entering adulthood and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And then you had Spunky, which was like his little white dog and stuff too, which Spunky was just like he was just pretty much the pet, and him and Rocko have like a strong love for one another. Like he would cross through lengths trying to save Spunky from shit. Like there was one episode where Spunky got sucked in by a vacuum cleaner, and there was another episode when Spunky fell in love with a mop and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah. The show gets kind of weird and shit too. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You
Um,
sound like you got tripped off acid when you talking about like the
Yeah.
episodes and stuff.
You said what?
I said the way you talking about certain episodes, it sounds like you got to be tripped out on acid to look at it.
Wow.
Shit. Well, it gets more weirder than that.
I mean, the show, you can watch it if you're on an LSD trip.
Exactly. And then Rocco has some very weird friends. Like you have his best friend, Heifer Wolf. He was voiced by the great Tom Kenny. Tom Kenny, if you guys are my animation heads, y'all should know that name. He's voiced a lot of motherfuckers and shit like that over the years. Of course, everyone knows him for SpongeBob. He was the
Cat,
narrator for Powerpuff Girls. You said what?
cat dog.
Yeah, he was Dog from Cat Dog. He was the wizard. I think the wizard from Adventure Time too. So yeah, he's been around the block and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy too because Heifer. You have some fans that love Heifer, but then you have some fans that fucking despises Heifer because they pretty much feel like Heifer was just a slob and stuff like that, always taking advantage of Rocko and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? But then Heifer kind of has like a very tragic backstory because he's a cow that was adopted by wolves. The story goes his parents left him, and so the wolves wanted to eat him, but then they realized how cute he was, so they adopted him and they made him believe that he was like a wolf or some shit like that. And
A cow that's a wolf.
yeah,
Wow.
Steer.
Oh, yes,
and so Rocco, there was one classic episode in Rocco when Rocco said, "I didn't know that Heifer was adopted," and Heifer was like, "Wait a minute, I'm adopted," and then he pretty much told his dad, "You're not my father. You're just somebody that kidnapped me, trying to eat me and shit like that."
That's one of my
Yo,
favorite episodes. I'm not gonna hold.
What is going on?
holy shit!
I literally died
So
of laughter at that episode.
Mm-hmm.
that was a classic episode. I'm gonna talk more about that episode later, but then you had Filbert. He was the Jewish turtle, pretty much.
The Jewish turtle.
Yeah,
Jewish? I never heard of that. They got Jewish turtles now?
Yeah, he
yeah.
had a yarmulke on his head. Did he wear a yarmulke?
He's pretty much
Yo,
Woody Allen if he was a turtle.
Woody
Like
Allen.
take
Wow.
Woody Allen and George Costanza,
Oh,
Oh my
and
god.
that's pretty much Filbert.
oh Lord.
Yo,
And interesting,
that's wild.
interesting story because his character was not supposed to be originally on the show because he was voiced by Doug Lawrence, or as he was known by at that time, Mr. Lawrence. And he was originally supposed to come on the show to direct one of the storyboard teams. And he pretty much liked the character of Filbert, that he wanted to voice the turtle and stuff like that too. And out of all the characters, Filbert pretty much had the most character development out of the whole show because when he first came on, he was like kind of like Rocko, the more mild mannered, but then as the seasons went on, he got more neurotic, just yelling at motherfuckers. Then he got married in the late third season, which I'm gonna get more into that in a minute. Like he's pretty much a lot of fans have said he's like the favorite character and stuff like that. And then anytime anybody wants to bother him, he's like, "What do you want?" Like
He kind of
he's a
reminds
so
me
what?
of Filbert. He kind of reminds me of an adult version of Macy from Told by Ginger.
Yo, I never thought of that, but now it's coming together and shit. I definitely feel shit. And then you had Rocco's neighbors, the big heads, Ed and Bev Big Head, who were like frogs that lived next door to Rocco and shit. Um Ed is like the cranky motherfucker. He does not like Rocco and shit like that. Both of them was voiced by Charlie Adler. But Mrs. Big Head, she's fond of Rocco. She even tried to fuck Rocco in one episode. Yeah.
Yo,
Yo, you know what's going
yeah.
on now? Like,
She
this
tried to
what you
fuck,
doing?
she tried to seduce Rocco. You said what?
I said Rocco was trying to hit it from the back. That's what you doing with the show?
She tried to seduce my nigga Rocco and shit. Like, you know who they kind of remind me of, Rayshawn?
Who?
Fucking Stanley and Helen from Three's Company and shit on some real shit.
Wow.
She even tried to. She even tried to the what's it? She was trying to put aphrodisiacs into his lemonade.
Yes. And then she also loves phone sex too, you know what I'm saying?
Wow,
There was one
these phones.
Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby.
oh baby, oh baby, oh baby.
Damn,
Then she's like, rock out.
so she a fucking nympho then.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
This is a cartoon.
Yes.
This is a cartoon I was watching.
Yes. I'm telling
The
you.
show had
This
so
show
much.
Too. It probably had the porn music in the background too. Like I can see why Red like this crazy shit like that.
Be naughty,
Wow.
be curious.
And then you also had Dr. Paula Hutchison, who was Filbert's wife. She was a cat with a hook for a hand. Why she got the hook, we don't know.
Y'all watching.
So pretty much she was a surgeon who Filbert has a huge crush on. And she's a cat and Filbert's a turtle, but their families don't like each other. This is supposed to be their version of racism and prejudice and shit like that.
Man, is this from your? What is this? You got a cat with a damn hook, and you got a Jewish turtle. I don't know what's going on right now. My brain is discombobulated.
Oh man.
We gonna talk about this. We gonna talk about this shit. All right. And then you have I'm trying to see if there's any. You had Earl, who was Rocco's boss. No, no, wait. You had Rocco's boss and some shit like that, who was always yelling at Rocco
You
and
mean
stuff.
Smitty?
Yeah, yeah.
Earl was
Everything.
Bev and Ed dog.
Oh yeah, yeah. Got you. Yeah, man. And finally we have Ralph Bighead, who was the Bighead son. He pretty much was a cartoonist, but
Ralph Big.
he had a falling out with his dad because his dad wanted him to work in his business, but then he fucked up some presentation, and his dad pretty much said, "I have no son." And
Okay.
crazy story though, this character was voiced by the creator Joe Murray, and he always says like the Ralph Bighead episodes were his favorites because he pretty much based Ralph Bighead from himself. He took some aspects of his life cause from himself and stuff like that too, which again we're going to talk about that later and shit. So that's pretty much the characters in a nutshell.
This,
Now, the, you said what?
this cartoon is wild, yo. Oh man.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it's a classic. So
I told you the night.
let's talk about.
This,
You said
this is why
what?
I like the '90s, like the '80s and '90s cartoons. They have no restrictions.
They don't.
Apparently.
Phone sex in the cartoon with kids with Jewish turtles, so it must not have no restrictions.
Exactly. So right about now, we're going to talk about like the writing and the controversies that it went through. So pretty much when it came to the show, I always felt like the show took a little bit from the previous three Nicktoons in a weird way. Like you can say like when it came to Doug, it got like the everyday kind of life going on with it because Doug was like a run of the mill kind of show and stuff like that, But then when it came to Rugrats, it has like the cutesy adventure aspect, you know what I'm saying? But then it borrowed a lot from Ren and Stimpy, with the fucking adult jokes and just the sexual innuendos and stuff like that too, which I kind of felt like Ren and Stimpy screamed, but Rocco's Modern Life whispered, if that made sense. Because with Ren and Stimpy, they were just flat out gross. Like I love the show, but it's like you can tell what the reference they were making and shit like that too. Like you had one episode when Stimpy is like, "There's nothing wrong with bedwetting. You and I both still do it," and shit like that. Like,
Oh god.
yeah, man. we want to talk about Ren and Stimpy gonna be
You,
down the
you
list.
think you could have told your parents that when you wet the bed? There's nothing wrong
Good
with bed wetting.
house
And
party.
so and so Rocco kind of ran into some controversies as well too. Of course, its first major controversy, like I mentioned, the episode Leapfrogs. The episode Mrs. Bighead tried to fuck Rocco because Mr. Bighead, he didn't find his wife attractive anymore. Hint, hint, kind of like the Roper Stanley don't want Helen's advances to sex and shit. If y'all watch Three's Company and stuff like that.
Right.
And so there was this one scene when there's one scene where pretty much Mrs. Bighead stripped Rocco's clothes off, and then Mr. Bighead walked in, and Mrs. Bighead just grabbed Rocco and kissed him. And Mr. Bighead was like, "You're kissing my wife with no clothes on," some shit like that. And he
This
was
is a
like, "Was
cartoon.
it?"
This thing was happening in.
And
Yeah,
then
I
he
swear to
had,
God, bro, I can't believe on Nickelodeon. I don't understand that.
bro, you
yeah.
act like, bro. Let me.
It,
Nickelodeon back at that time is not the Nickelodeon of today. Like
yeah.
it was straight up showing porn at one point and shit, like cartoon porn.
You
But
shaved for
If you have
a
a character ripping off a nigga's clothes, I'm not surprised.
mm. And then he had a nerve to tell Rocco was a horrible kissing my wife and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So then at the end they made up, and you would think they were about to have sex, but then they start grabbing some plates and they start throwing the plates up and using their tongues to break the plates and some shit like that. You know?
What the fuck?
Yeah, you definitely got
Then
to be off some drugs to look at this show because the way you describing it, it's just all over the place.
Yeah.
and then they had some other like crazy scenes was when, and Try's gonna get a kick out of this one. There was a scene when Rocco and Heifer were on a road trip, and they stopped at it's on road rash. They stopped at this motel to sleep, and they said we're gonna stay there all night. And the clerk thought that they were both prostitutes or some shit like that too.
Wow.
And he was like,
Hmm.
all night?
They
Woo!
got
Y'all.
Holy shit.
And not to
And
mention,
you said what?
there was an episode called Hutsaw Raw where Rocket was picking berries and he accidentally grabbed a bear's crotch.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. What up, hip hop rap? XP, what up with you, boss? What up? Oh, what's up, Kai? I didn't see you here and shit. Okay. Yeah. I know Kai. I knew you probably heard of this show and stuff too, but yeah, man. And then there was one of the weirdest scenes, and I know we've already talked about some weird scenes already and shit like that,
You
but
think?
there was this episode when Ed Bighead he got so bored with his life, so he wanted to become a clown and shit like that too. So his wife thought he was having an affair, but then it was revealed that he became a clown, and she was like, "Ed, you're a clown? Oh my god, I'm so happy because either she thought that he was gay, gay or just having a random affair, and at the end they tried to have the little what we learned today, and everyone revealed that they had different secrets, and then Rocko said some shit like he loved rainbows, and everyone got mad at him because it was like rainbows, nigga, because rainbows meaning like the gay culture and shit. Mind you, this was the
rainbow.
90s.
Rainbow can mean Skittles too.
Mm.
Mm.
You know what?
I said the rainbow can mean Skittles too. So I don't know. This show just. I'm trying to make something out of nothing.
I don't understand it.
I mean, but the show had very smart writing. To be real with you, it had very smart writing because it
That I
used to
have to
take,
agree with.
yeah, it took a lot of references and stuff like that. Some episodes where you think it's gonna be the run in the mill cartoon episode, they might have an ending that might be like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Which brings me to the fourth season, because this is around the time when Joe Murray wanted to end the show because he felt like Nickelodeon at that time was trying to like make it a bit more kid friendly. Because at that time too, Steven Hellenberg was working on the show and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much they had like I said, what made it more kid friendly. They had like certain adult jokes was kind of replaced with more broader jokes. Like they had a restaurant called the Choky Chicken, which if you guys know, Choky Chicken is supposed to mean masturbation, but
Right.
then they changed it to the Chewy Chicken, of course, and shit too.
Think about the children.
Right.
Right.
Oh, now,
Q
now they want to think about the children.
Q Helen love Q Helen
All
love
right, bro.
Joy.
Some kids. They ain't thinking about no damn kids.
Q
Shit.
Helen love Joy from The Simpsons.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man. And speaking of Steven Hillenberg, there's been plenty of other people that worked on this show that they went on to do like other successful shows as well too. Like Mitch Schuer, he made the other Nickelodeon show Angry Beavers. Um, of course, Tom Kenny, Steven Hillenberg, they went on to do SpongeBob and shit like that too. Of course, Joe Murray, he made his other show Camp Lazlo, which I'm gonna be real with.
Love that show.
I love it. It's pretty much tame Rocko's modern life in camp.
Yeah, but it did
Like it
have
has the charm, but it doesn't. You said what?
it did have its fair share of adult humor.
Yeah, once in the blue moon, but it's not touching Rocko, unfortunately. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't remember that show, honestly.
yeah, it was on Cartoon Network and shit. In the mid
That was
2000s.
school years and stuff.
Yeah, and then but which brings me to SpongeBob. Let's talk about SpongeBob for a quick second because I've always felt like
Yeah.
early SpongeBob borrowed a lot from Rocko's modern life and shit too. If you really look up characters and settings and shit, like Rocko had the Choky Chicken, SpongeBob had the Krusty Krab and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hell, SpongeBob and Patrick was pretty much Rocko and Heifer. Ed Bighead was pretty much Squidward. Hutchinson was pretty much Sandy. Spunky was pretty much Gary. Hell, you even have some Philbut in Plankton a little bit, but I mean, I like SpongeBob, but most of my liking from the shows happened maybe the first 3 to 4 seasons and shit
Yeah,
too. But I kind of feel like I feel like it's more popular these days because it's like the last of the golden age of Nickelodeon and shit. But
yeah,
that's just yeah. But rest in peace, Steven Hillenberg. By the way, just letting
yeah,
y'all know.
So,
Yeah, I'm not into that whole Camp Corral or that Patrick Stars show
yeah.
bullshit.
Not
Don't even get
me neither. That should never been made in the first place.
I agree.
exactly.
Not doing that. You know, Patrick Star don't have the star power to have his own damn show. Get it, star power.
You said what?
I was saying that Patrick Star don't have the star power to have his own damn show. Everybody come to look at SpongeBob.
Exactly. Hell, give me Plankton with his own show and shit. Give me that.
Yeah,
But yeah, man. So the show ended in 1996. You know what I'm saying? But then it still remained like a cult following and shit too. It ran on Nickelodeon for a while. It used to run on MTV and shit too for a bit. Then in 2019, they finally dropped their television movie called Rocko's Modern Life Static Cling and
which I
stuff like
loved as
that.
well.
Yeah, that was very good as well too.
Yeah.
And shit. I haven't seen it since 2019. I was trying to see it even before this fucking review, but I didn't really have the fucking time at work because niggas wanted my attention. But that's another story for a different day. Um, so pretty much at the end of the last episode, Rocco's house got launched to space, and Rocco, Filbert, and Heffa got stuck in space for about 20 years, watching episodes of like the show The Fatheads, which was made by the Big Head's son and stuff like that too. So they're coming back into Earth after, and they realize that the Earth is very different and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's more PC and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's pretty much like a satirical look. My only gripe, a little small gripe, having Ralph Biggett be a transgender. I don't know. I mean, I get it. It makes sense,
What?
but at the same time, it's just like the audience didn't really need to. It's like the audience can tell. It's like with the audience back at that time when it came to like certain Nick shows and certain cartoons. If there was a gay character, they didn't outright they didn't outright say, "Oh, I'm gay" and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Case in point, Hey Arnold, the teacher, Mr. Simmons, and stuff like that too. You know, he was
yeah,
like a peace lover. You said what?
yeah, yeah. I remember. I remember.
Yeah, he was just a peace loving kind of guy and stuff like that, kind of flamboyant and shit like that too. But at the same time, he didn't say he was gay and stuff like that too. But then, and like I said, I get it, but at the same time, I just have a little slight to it. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much Rocco's modern life in a nutshell. You know what I'm saying? So try. Does this mean you're gonna take again on the show and shit or what?
This cartoon sound crazy.
All I want to know is, do they have this on like a DVD box set? Because if you want this for Christmas, I'll see if I can put my magical powers together. And I just want to ask, if they got blew up in space for 20 years, what the hell did they eat? How did they use the bathroom? I just want to know.
Like I said, the whole house got shipped to space and shit like that. So yeah,
So he
but
had 20 years of unlimited food, or wait, I don't know.
yeah, man. But one of the main things I really liked about the show was the fucking theme song. I
Oh, I yes.
Oh, so
yes,
you
man.
like the is it better than the taxi theme song?
I like the first season.
Nothing's topping Taxi. Sorry.
What?
Yeah,
Facts.
because
God.
the theme song was made by rock group the B-52s and shit too. You know what I'm saying?
You
So
like them?
yeah, they pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the first season theme. Hold on.
Shout Factory TV, the channel.
it's fucking genius how it just represents like what one goes through with life and shit. Like you have the mom dropping off Rocko and shit, and fucking time and shit. All of a sudden he's grown up.
Mm.
The mama killer
Common
was
sense.
like, fuck.
Going to the river.
Going to the world, no pun intended.
This has all the characters there. Like it's just fucking
Yeah.
genius and shit. And a little trivia though. The reason why the TV falls on the characters was that actually happened to Joe Murray's son too, where the TV fell on his son and shit like that too. So just a little known trivia.
Mm.
But yeah, man. Let's talk about favorite episodes and shit. You know, you have some favorite episodes, right, Sean?
I will go with Carnival Knowledge.
Ooh,
Rocko and Heifer went to the carnival and they tried out all the rides, but
yeah.
there was just one ride that Heifer wanted to go on, but unfortunately they can't because it was an elevator to hell.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's the perfect ride to go on. You must gotta go through
And
here and look at this TV show when you watch extra shit.
And it literally said it with no heck, just hell on a sign.
For real, man. And Heifer, I think he went to hell in another episode too. Well, they called it heck this time.
To heck and back, yeah, because he choked on a chicken bone.
So niggas died going by choking on chicken bones now in cartoons. This is what we doing, Nickelodeon?
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. One of my favorite episodes is Fortune Cookie. That was an episode when Filbert wins this fucking game show, and then him and Rocko and Hef are eating some fortune cookies and shit like that. And next thing you know it, Filbert says you're gonna experience a lot of unluck, pretty much, and stuff like that. And Filbert kept saying, "I'm Mr. Lucky, I'm Mr. Lucky." And so when he's at the game show, and pretty much he spins the fucking wheel and stuff like that too. And it's just fucking chaos. He ends up killing people with the wheel. I mean, it's just chaos.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm Mr. Lucky.
So these cartoon characters out here killing motherfuckers like it's a Grand Theft Auto video game?
Just watch this shit. And then this fucking gag right Oh god.
I was looking at like, please,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
That's like one of my favorite episodes.
Another episode is I See London, I See France.
Yo, I was just watching that yesterday.
And that and the most iconic moment was the crazy bus driver.
For real, because
Like,
fucking Rocko was like, I want to see the Eiffel Tower.
That was a good one. That was a good one too.
get on a bus.
Like, get on the bus.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all just name like all my favorite episodes too.
Man,
I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Then the most iconic one, Wacky Daily.
oh my god, I was that. Honestly, that one and I Have No Son are my top favorites.
Yeah, I Have No Son. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Did they ever make a video game out of this TV show? Because the way that this shit is sounding, it could have been a video game.
It
Right.
did.
I think it did. Yeah. Let me
For
see.
the
Yeah.
Super Nintendo.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, they made a video game for it for the Super Nintendo.
Right.
Yeah. Ooh, I got a very good one too. When what's his name? What's his name? Ed Bighead. He had dreams that he was a pirate and shit like that, and he was fucking bothering Rocko when he was sleeping and stuff like that. And fucking Rocko was like, "Aye, mate," and stuff like that. And then Ed Big. This is when Ed Bighead was awake. He was like, "Weirdo."
Oh well.
Even Philbert and Hutchinson's marriage wedding episode. I love that one. Just
From
how they talk about prejudice and racism in a weird way and shit. Fucking that was Heifer at his worst too when he was instigating that fucking fight. He was like, "Well, maybe your people should stay over there." I was like, fuck this fat piece of shit." Like, no wonder why your parents fucking dropped you off.
Wow.
yeah, Heifer. He's like a mixture of well, obviously Patrick, and I'll say this, Dodie from Esther by Ginger,
Yes,
and you know how I hate Dodie.
Dodie's a bitch.
Yeah,
Mm.
Her big lip ass.
fish. I take the best character on that show.
Courtney, yes. Courtney was the real MVP of this show.
She was the real bitch of the show.
See, this is why I like Ray Sean and shit, because we be on that Nickelodeon Cartoon Network kind of shit, you know.
Like
I like
she
his
was
now. I like your knowledge on cartoons.
she was the real bitch of the show,
I agree.
and Ginger's actual friend. That fellow, I want Ginger to be friends with Courtney, keep Macy, but drop Dodie.
I agree. But
Same thing.
one thing I would. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Same thing with the Proud family. Drop Dejanay, keep Zoe in La Cienega. La Cienega, she can go somewhere else.
Unpopular opinion. I've always felt like La Cienega was more loyal to Penny than Dejanay on some real shit.
Yeah,
Disney was one of those hood type shit that you find on war videos and shit. You probably need one of those hood shit when you be like in fights and shit. But besides that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, with Dodie, I understand why she has the way she does. Her mom,
Oh, please.
yeah, Joanne, her mom, because when you look at the episode about Faith from I Told by Ginger, the reason why Dodie acts the way she does is because of her mother. Because her mother used to be like, want to be like the popular girl in high school, and she went to school dressing up like a teenager, and all of her and
Jesus Christ.
and all of Dodie's friends were like, "What the hell?"
See, that's the era when your parents used to take you to school, then they just get out the car just doing crazy, weird shit.
So that's
Just
where that's
the
where she
whole embarrassing you throughout the whole school.
that's where she gets it from. But that still doesn't excuse Dodie's bitchy actions towards Ginger and Macy.
Wow.
Facts, man. But one thing I would say about Heifer, at least when Heifer fucks up, he actually tries to make it right for Rocko.
Yeah,
Most of the time when Patrick fucks up, he
he
just be
doesn't.
like, "Yeah, you don't care." He's like, I forget."
I mean, there are times where Spinal was also a bad friend too. So
Facts.
they're equal. They're equally bad friends to each other.
Like y'all just ain't shit. Shit. What's another good episode? I want to say a really, really, really trippy episode. Yeah, let's talk about the episode when Spunky falls in love with the mop. What was up with that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, what was up with that? What type of cocaine he was on?
yeah.
Like
That
my
was
nigga.
that episode was weird as hell. Like even Rocko was like, "What's going on?"
Shit.
That man
And
out
then
here
he
slow grinding, out listening to R. Kelly songs. Like this shit's crazy.
Then there's No Pain No Gain, which was the very first episode,
right.
and also with Rocco, that's one like next to Rugrats. I don't. That's one of the few shows that actually shows blood.
Facts.
Like
I
not
don't even think Ren Stimpy show blood either.
Rich we did at times. Well, that's that. Well, but that one that works because Ren was a fucked up series.
Right.
And there's a show I would never look at. That shit's fucking weird. I never liked Renny Six.
Yeah, I can understand. It's an acquired taste for some people.
Yeah,
I watched a few episodes of Ren and Stimpy.
that's one of okay. That's John K's only good show, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like adult party cartoon that can go fuck itself.
That was trash. That was a disrespect to its legacy.
Wait,
Yeah,
what y'all talking about?
adult party cartoon because when it
Oh,
comes because with Ren and Stimpy, it also aired on Spike TV
mm,
called Ren and Stimpy the Classics. That's where they aired all the classic episodes from the Nick.
Fun just putting up trash. They should have just been playing reruns of Bar Rescue.
wow.
And so adult party cartoon is like they're trying way too hard to be like the next South Park.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
There ain't never gonna be no another South Park. There's only one.
yeah.
Right.
I
A show that is done in 6 days.
oh my.
Exactly.
Yep.
Shit. Ooh. Cabin Fever is another good episode.
Yep.
Yeah, man. When the big heads book the same cabin as Rocco and Heifer. First of all, what was Rocco and Heifer doing in the cabin together with no girls and shit? That's what I was trying to figure out.
Hey, for real.
Then they
Um,
they get their academic actually in the pool type vibes on.
Oh my god.
Yeah. With the exception of well, with them playing strip poker.
Mm.
oh,
Well, the fuckers playing Twister in the wrong way. We won't do that over here, sir.
Hmm.
or shit. What was another episode? Fucking
Um,
speaking terms when Rocco and Heifer went on that talk show and shit.
oh, what was the episode called?
Speaking
Not,
terms.
oh, speaking terms. Yeah, where they were having where they had a fallout, and Filbert pretty much he pretty much just ran rampant with that.
Of course.
Like he used their issues for his own personal gain.
Yeah, they must have been a couple. He just telling everything on TV.
Oh, I'm gonna make Eric laugh for this episode. Kiss Me, I'm Foreign, when Filbert married Rocco so Rocco can stay in the country.
Okay, now these motherfuckers going too far. What's going on, man? Like these dudes marrying each other?
I'm telling you, the show can go into some weird places and shit.
Sound like some African anchor baby marriage type shit. Or marry me, baby, please, I love you. And they say your credit score is 300.
Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby.
But for me, the most underrated, the most overlooked Nicktoon, as told by Ginger, that's still the most overlooked Nicktoon.
I agree.
Because one thing I love about the show is how it stays like there's a lot of continuity in that show. and the characters they actually age. They change their appearance. They change their like clothes, everything. Like that was very rare.
Oh yeah, that one in Kim Possible too.
Yeah,
So try, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Y'all done put trying to come up with all this tragic shit y'all been showing on these videos, Red. You gotta be ashamed of yourself, sir.
No, ain't nothing wrong with doing a little something different once in a while and shit.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Is this show even out on DVD or what?
Yeah, all the
Nah, it
seasons
got
out.
the DVD. I'm looking at it on the internet, and it's for the low.
Well,
and
It's also on Paramount Plus 2 and BT Plus.
speaking of Dan Povenmire and Jeffrey Swampy Mars, they also went and did Phineas and Ferb.
Trash.
Yeah, well, I like Phineas and Ferb. I mean, it's a fun.
Trash.
It's like it's a fun show. It's not like nothing groundbreaking.
They
I
stole
like.
it from Ed and Eddie. They stole that concept from Ed and Eddie. Let's be real about it.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's what I need. I can talk about that all day, Ed and Eddie.
And then Nettie,
That show was an iconic cartoon, man.
very
Yep.
well. Next to Courage,
Yes, thank you.
Where's the? Oh yeah, it's fire.
a dog.
Stupid.
I would take that over I would take Courage, Camp Lazlo, and then Nettie over Steven Universe.
Thank you.
Yeah, universe. I don't like this shit. I
Yeah,
took fucking on over Steven Universe.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of that show, but I mean, I do respect Rebecca Sugar for creating it because, like, when it's good, it shows. But I would take Courage over that show.
Yeah, I look at Adventure
Yeah.
Time and regular day over that fucking show. I'm good. Yeah, Nicki Minaj voicing one of the characters and shit. I'm like, you don't know nothing about no cartoon.
Who don't?
Yeah, Nicki Minaj is one of the characters of one of the episodes singing Steven Universe. I'm like, what are you doing on here, Nicki? Go away.
I thought she was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
I don't like this show neither.
you said Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. You talking about the TV show, right?
You mean the movie Honey I Shrunk the Kids?
Yeah, the movie.
Eh, eh. I have to rewatch it. I liked it when I was younger, but I don't know if I would like it now for some reason. I don't know. I'm gonna have to rewatch it.
Like, give me
I,
Inuyasha for
I
that.
good show too. Foster Homes for Imaginary Friends. They used to be my show too.
Um,
Yeah, that was
Eric,
good.
you spoke my mind.
What you were saying?
You spoke my mind. I love Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Like,
Yeah, I like Coco.
I like the old curtain, like the back then when they were like, not woke and everything, just have creative freedom.
Yeah, all those imaginary characters. I like Wilt, the little tall basketball playing dude with the one arm. Yeah, that shit fire as hell too. I like Blue Regard, Chikuzu.
Oh yeah,
Blue used to always be a little funny little bastard.
he's a funny little bastard.
I like that little green motherfucker, Jackie or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Coco used to be laying them eggs and shit. It used to be something different every time. I used to be like, shit, I need a character like that. Shit. Let me imagine something like that. I'd be like, Coco, just drop me some rent money.
Mm.
Right.
Shit, Teen Titans, that's my shit right there.
Yep. Teen Titans, not go.
This nigga said
I'm
Teen
glad you
Titans.
brought like Inuyasha. Like those are the swim
Inuyasha.
days right there.
I love Inuyasha, Yu Yu Hakusho. Kappa Bebop,
Yo,
Code,
Yu Hakusho, a fire ass intro to the like TV show. That shit was cool as hell, man.
one of the most iconic intros. Hey Eric,
What's up?
have you seen like if you love Yu Yu Hakusho, do you know this show called this anime called Hunter x Hunter?
I seen it, but I ain't never paid attention to it before. It looked crazy as hell. Like motherfuckers getting eaten up and shit. It's like a treasure hunt or something. Like
Yeah,
it sort of reminds me of something like that.
and Soul Eater. I like Soul Eater.
I like Full Metal Alchemist.
One of the best. Like that's one of the best shonens. Like
Yeah,
created by a woman.
I like the original Dragon Ball series from the '80s. See, a
Like
lot of people don't talk about the Dragon Ball Z series
like
from the '80s.
Inuyasha is created by a woman.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yep, Rumiko Takahashi. She's the creator of the show, of the series. She's
Yeah.
she's also known for Ranma, Urusei Yatsura, which which is those selfish aliens, and then she did the romance series Maison Koku. Like she did those series before she did like Inuyasha, and she also did Mermaid Saga too.
Y'all
Okay, I
kind of
never heard of it.
That's a horror. It's a horror manga about where in Japanese mythology, when someone eats the flesh of the flesh of a mermaid, they gain immortality.
Oh, okay.
But there's also side effects that they too can also turn to this mermaid demon where they murder people, eat flesh, and all that.
Yeah, I must got to be how to look at a show like that because I never, looked at shit like that before. But yeah, somebody in the comment section said Fist of the North Star. I'm glad you brought that up. I got that on a DVD box set. That's a classic show from the '80s too. I already know Shin from the South Star. That's my dude right there. Kinshiro. Like man, that's a good show.
Speaking of shows, have y'all seen the trailer for the Best Man final chapters yet?
No. Do it look good?
I saw some of it. It was alright.
I feel like they should have stopped. Really, I don't know.
You
My
talking
opinion,
about the best
stopped
movie?
that one.
You said what, bro?
I said they making another Best Man movie.
Yeah.
Anybody looking at this shit? I'll just go back and look at the first one because these motherfuckers old now. Terrence Howard out here is, I don't know. They could have made another Hustle and Flow. Why you even do that?
I feel
What
like
more?
Here's my favorite anime.
What is it?
Sailor Moon.
No, it's Car Captain Sakura right here.
Okay, I never heard of that neither. I thought it was Sailor Moon by the blonde hair.
same.
Yeah, that's one of my all time favorite magical girl shows.
Anybody here loves Cowboy Bebop?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, it was just too short.
That's an influential series
I've watched a couple episodes.
next to Evangelion.
I need to get that soundtrack on vinyl because I've been getting like video game soundtracks. I do need some like anime soundtrack, which really pissed me off. I wish they would have put like a Dragon Ball like soundtrack out on vinyl. But I just have to get some of the bootlegs. But you know how Discogs get down.
But Ghost in the Shell, a lot of good animes back then. So yeah,
Not com-
so Cardcaptor Sakura is made by one of my favorite manga artist group, Clamp, and Clamp. They are that's a it's a Japanese manga group consisting of four women. So it's a manga group, and they're known for a lot of famous mangas like the Apocalyptic End of the World X, the Magical Girl RPG, Fantasy, Magic Knight Rares, the crossover Subasa, and which ties in with Holic right here. So with Clamp, they cross their characters over into other universes, and they create this universe called Clamp Universe, where where every character, every story connects with each other.
that's interesting.
Yep, like a bunch of crossovers.
Yes, yes. What time is it right now? Oh shit, it's 1:38. Shit. I'm gonna stay on for maybe like another 10 minutes.
So in Subasa Chronicles, so it's like taking every work that Clamp did and they throw it into Subasa because each character is going to different worlds.
Sam said, "Do you like Death Notes?"
Yep,
I saw the movie for that. The live action for Death Note on Netflix.
Trash, wasn't it?
Nah, it was good.
Oh wow.
I mean, I liked it. I don't know about how everybody else felt about the live action film, but I thought it was good.
Outlaw Star.
You know,
I'm sticking to my knowledge, man. Y'all can keep that other shit. I'm good.
Yeah, I saw that live action of Cowboy Bebop. I was like, hell no.
yeah, I
I'm
didn't like it.
I'm not looking
That's
forward to.
just fuck, man. They gotta be ashamed of themselves, man. They knew better.
I'm like, hell no. We're not doing this shit
Mm,
today.
Netflix always fucking stuff up, man.
Not everything needs a live action though.
yeah,
You don't
I,
need a live action for that. For why do they feel like that was necessary? And then you pick the Asian dude from Howlin' Kumar.
Oh please.
Motherfucking no act was just shit, man. Like, why do you get this dude? This white castle burger eating ass motherfucker.
Wow.
And they said, they're gonna have a Dragon Ball Z play or something. Who's gonna play? Who's gonna play that?
Right.
Oh no.
Alan Payne.
Oh Lord.
Oh God. Anybody but him.
Alan Page. G
Alan.
Money.
Ah,
You know they're making a New Jack City play or some shit.
Yeah, I
yeah.
heard about that.
Yeah.
Smoking crack, cause who the hell is gonna look at that?
Oh, man.
See, they just started doing crazy shit after Halloween. I'm like, damn, y'all should have been doing this in October.
Right.
Anybody anybody looking forward to the house party remake?
No.
Hell no.
No.
Hey,
Fuck no.
you bet I was looking at the first three movies.
Yep.
Ugh.
And even the third one is a chore.
Damn, Sam. Like Sam was just naming all of his favorite tunes on Cartoon Network.
hey Sam, um, Wacky Races.
Wacky Races was my shit.
I love Wacky Races.
Yes. Now you talking.
I never seen this.
Never heard of it.
That
Hanna
was with that's
like
basically with all the like the
it's
Yogi
old
Berra
school.
and Hanna Barbera characters.
Mm.
Yeah, it's an old school Hanna Barbera cartoon.
Yeah.
Mm.
Top Cat,
I love Top Cat.
Mhm.
I like
Smurf,
it. I'm I'm a
Smurfs.
Smurf nigga.
Yeah,
What's
I
your
love
name? Huh?
Uh, uh, Augie Doggy, that one, Snagglepuss,
Yep.
Foofer.
Yeah, Dick Dastardly, Muttley,
Yep,
you know.
What's your know about Hong Kong Fooey? Number
Yes,
one
yep,
that
super
was good.
guy.
That was
yep.
good.
Two Stupid Dogs. Well, that's Ren and Stimpy ripoff.
Ren and Stimpy had a lot of ripoffs. Man.
Snookers and Meat.
Don't even get me started.
What?
What y'all know about Tiny Toon Adventures?
That's
I was just
yeah,
thinking
it's
about
Tiny
that
Toons.
2 seconds
Love
ago.
Tiny Toons.
Yeah, Tiny Toons was good.
I
Yep.
love Tiny Toons.
Mhm.
Yeah, Tribe.
Yeah, 'cause I
SpongeBob.
actually grew up watching that, like Tiny Toons and Animaniacs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gargoyles.
Animaniacs.
I never liked Animaniacs. Got
What?
consumed with that shit.
What?
Like,
You never like Animaniacs?
What? Oh
Hell,
hell,
I don't like
that
hell,
show
it.
too.
Oh hell no.
I
oh
mean,
hell.
it was good. It wasn't like I love Tiny Toons more than Animaniacs too. So
Looney Tunes
Same.
all day over that shit. I'm sorry.
How about Hysteria?
I'm saying, I don't give a fuck. I'm immune to it, brother Red. What you gonna do?
oh, Lord.
How about Hysteria?
W? I don't remember that. That one.
That's a that's their answer to like Tiny Toons and Animaniacs.
Oh,
I remember that
It's
show.
in that same it's in that same lane.
like
Chill out. Yeah, I'm about
I
to
don't,
play.
You must have nothing to do with all.
I don't,
wow, not the soap opera clip.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, I got a cartoon for y'all asses and shit.
What's that?
I know about Jackie Chan Adventures.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Jackie Chan. I used to watch that once in a blue.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. Chuck Norris though. You remember that?
What show y'all talking
The Chuck Norris. What was that name of that shit? Chuck Norris Commandos or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
about? Oh, this is Rangers. Anything after that, I don't know.
What y'all know about Heathcliff?
Heathcliff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Bootleg Garfield. Bootleg Garfield. They're both orange.
It's like it
I
ripped
looked
off
at
Garfield and
it.
Top Cat.
Right.
Yeah. Garfield's long lost twin.
Right?
So, so you saying they had a
I,
dog treat version of Garfield right here on the?
I watch it for Leroy, the junkyard dog.
Leroy.
Yeah, that's whatever. Just give the character a black name, Leroy. It's gonna be your character's name.
Man,
Rurouni
he
Kenshin.
switched. He said what?
Who knows this anime called Rurouni Kenshin?
I know, sorry.
I remember that one. That was pretty solid.
Yeah.
I must
Too
have
bad.
watched too much because I don't remember that.
Too bad the series. Too bad was made by someone who's a confessed pedophile in Japan.
I think
Jesus Christ.
that's
Wow, that's
crazy though.
crazy. Fuckers out here sniffing girls' panties and making cartoons and shit. So it don't surprise me.
Yeah. I mean, Japan. No, I mean because the age of 10 to 13 in that region.
Who remembers Space Ghost Coast to Coast?
Which I don't want to get into.
Yes. Yo,
So how do y'all like this Rocko's Modern Life review?
I loved it.
I was sleeping.
Yeah, I heard you snoring. I just didn't want to say
Yeah,
anything.
you know what I mean?
It's all good. I fell asleep on the stream once or twice.
Yeah.
I asked it to the way he was explaining these characters in these fucking episodes. So I didn't know they had Jewish turtles and characters having phone sex and motherfuckers getting ripped their clothes and stuff. So I'm still probably kind of off of acid trip though, but it was funny. It was very entertaining though. But the way that you were explaining the show, I would not be looking at this no time soon.
Oh baby, oh baby, oh baby.
This review was dope.
She was out here on operating calls like it was an
Oh baby, oh
80s
baby,
channel
oh
and shit.
baby.
What the fuck?
Rocko.
Mrs. Bighead.
Oh, baby.
Yo, gotta put the moves on this frog. Like, what's going on out here, man? Like, what type of crossbreeding is they trying to do with these animals on this show, man? I just don't get it. Nickelodeon, y'all some sick bastards back in the 90s. They done came from George Lopez rewinds and shit.
Sure.
And so,
Good days.
Right.
Honestly, Nickelodeon had the highest paid pedophile for a while, Dan Schneider. What's up, Dan? Shit.
Yeah, his feet.
Right? Yeah, you heard about that, right? They trying to Jay-Z trying to buy his team.
His feet fetish for underage girls.
Jay-Z's just trying to buy everything.
You talking about Fat Boy from Head of the Class?
Yeah, Fat Boy for head of the class.
Man, I knew he was suspect. I don't know. It was something about him. It's just I don't know. He kind of looked like a damn pedophile. I'm not gonna
Hold on. What's his name on the what's his name on the show?
No, he's the creator, Dan Schneider. He's the creator of almost every Nicktoon show.
Carl.
Is it the same Dan Snyder that owned the Redskins, or is it somebody else I'm thinking about?
No, Dan
Somebody
Schneider.
else.
iCarly, Zoe 101, Victorious, Game Shakers, Henry Danger, Drake and Josh, you name it.
Right. Okay, my bad. Wrong
that.
Dan Snyder. It's another one.
Yeah, man. This was a dope ass review for Rocko's Modern Life. For those of us who was awake and shit,
Right.
chill out.
Real Monsters.
Yes. I was just thinking about that show too.
I've heard of that show.
Yeah, you heard from Monster Inc.
One of the few shows where the classic Scoopos Arto was done well.
I agree.
And it blends well. Cause stuff like Rocket Power, that was a trend of the 90s, obviously.
Yeah.
That was trying to appeal to like the cool kids, which obviously.
Right.
I'm not surprised.
All right, man. But
yeah.
Yeah, man. Ray Sean, thanks for coming to the show, Ray Sean, man. First time. Thanks for coming.
got some strange ass background. Speaking of like the Victoria.
You said what?
He's been on here before.
It was.
Yeah.
I forgot what show we was doing. He was on here before with us.
Man, I've done like 8,000 of these damn videos, man. Shit, but again, appreciate you guys for coming. Ray Sean, Mike, Eric. Shout out to Ashley. She sends her love to everybody on the chat. You know what I'm saying? I can't end this off without a few announcements. So tomorrow we're going to do the Jay-Z's and my Lifetime Volume 1 review. It's the 25th anniversary re-review. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Psychedelic Week is coming this month. Trippy album, psychedelic kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I'm going to be talking about the Beatles Sgt. Pepper album. Y'all going to hate me for this review. That's all I'm going to say.
I know you're going to piss a lot. I can piss off a lot of people. It's going to be funny.
Like, I mean, is it my big question? All I want to say is it really psychedelic? That's all I'm really going to say.
I mean, I'm here for the smoke.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the first time I pissed off a rock community off and shit. It's not the
I'm
first time.
gonna get the popcorn ready.
Like
Yeah, you know.
a mixture of sweet and smoke.
Like,
Yeah. Also, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, it's gonna be the Martin breakdown and shit like that. I think it's a fucking pattern on this shit. I do a show that I like, and then I do a show that I don't like, and shit like
Right.
that.
Why is that?
It's like a weird pattern. I don't know. I don't do it on purpose though.
Oh shit.
I do this on purpose. I just want to fuck with her for a little bit.
Shit. Yeah, man. What else? What else? Oh yeah. We got another donation review next week as well too.
We do?
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. For that Australia, some nigga from Australia donated. I'll text you the schedule and shit.
Okay.
I think he's from Australia. I think. Well, whatever. But donations keep coming on law.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, I gotta keep my brother Dr. Umar donations. We're gonna keep it rolling.
Yes.
Yeah. Also tomorrow too, I want to do a DJ video. This is gonna be part 2 of the diss tracks and shit too. I do them. If you want a request, you gotta throw in a donation and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about also doing this on Twitch as well too. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. What else? Oh, also, we got another double review Sunday for Outcast double review.
Yes.
Really can't wait to talk about that. You said what?
I said, what time they gonna be?
I gotta get my work schedule first. I'm gonna let you know and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all check out that Rocko's Modern Life on streaming, DVDs, all that shit. Ignore the hates. That's all I gotta say. It's not as weird as it to be.
If you want
I was sleeping, so ignore me.
but
Yeah, I heard. Like I said, I heard you snoring and shit. That's why I was like, I had to pause for a little bit. I was like, wait, what?
wow.
It's all good though. But thank everybody for watching.
try to sleep. Just a minute. You gonna do that?
You said what?
I said you gonna try to sleep with this. I said you gonna try to sleep. That's the same, man. How you gonna do that to your own brother, man?
Man, I fell asleep on this fucking channel once or twice and shit. I fell asleep on a fucking late night stream.
Yeah, he did.
Oh Lord.
Literally fell asleep on a late
I had
night
to
stream.
call him. I had to call him on Instagram, yo.
He called me like fucking 4 times and shit.
Yeah, I called him on his phone and then I called him on Instagram. It was crazy.
Wow.
Like Ian Ronnie hit me up saying, "Yo, you good?"
Yo.
That's why I was like, "Yeah, that's gonna be lost forever. I'm gonna put that on private forever." And shit. Y'all ain't gonna catch me slipping.
Hey, man, come on now.
But yeah,
Hey, you
man.
about to be smoked over in those you was doing.
You
CDs.
said what?
You was always about to fall asleep on the CD. Huh? You know your CD collection you was showing.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Man, with the
Yeah, I
amount
thought
of
Reg
albums
was
I
about to
got,
follow up.
Right?
with the amount of albums I got, man, I might need to take a nap before I do the video and shit. Should I show us?
This motherfucker organized all his. Yeah, you can do it.
Yo, it takes me 2 hours just to organize my albums and shit. It takes me like up to 2 hours and shit. You know how that feels, man. Trying to go from A to B, and then you over here forgot an album, and you got to go all the way back to the drawing board and shit, trying to make sure that shit don't fall.
About genre and era. I put like my 80s female albums together. So like if I have like Sheila E albums, I put Tri's favorite album, Romance 1500. Then I just go from year to year, you know.
Oh, God. Wow.
Yeah, I love that Romantic 600 album. Yo.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Classic.
Thank you.
Classic.
That's a classic.
It ain't better than the
Oh my
7.
God.
Hell yeah, she got the
Diamond Life was better.
It was. Actually, her third album.
Yeah, I get you that. But her third album is better than, I think the Sheila E album from 87 is better than Well, I wouldn't say it's better than Diamond Life, but it's up there. Like Love on a Blue Train. Like, come on now. They could have had a music video. That's the perfect way to end an album, man. Like an
I
80s.
even like the Symbol album from '91.
Okay, I ain't never listened to that.
Yeah, man. But
Hey,
yeah,
Ray.
thank you. You said what?
Speaking of Adventure Time, how did you feel about Princess Bubblegum and Marceline being gay?
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not really the biggest Adventure Time fan, but
It's
I do admit
surprising.
the. You said what? Uh, uh, but
No,
yeah, but I
no
do
wonder
admit.
fans.
Yeah, but I do admit. One thing I can say about Adventure Time, the characters are more developed than One Meets the Eye. That's all I can say.
Yeah. In the anime intro, that shit's beautiful. It's a beautiful song right there. Even though it lasts 15 seconds.
And or
It tells a story.
I take
Right,
that from Steven. I know I'll be crapping on Steven Universe a lot. I mean, when it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's bad. I mean, Steven Universe, Steven Universe. It has good moments, but it has its bad moments.
right.
Yeah,
I
because
Great Adventures of Flapjack.
it's one of those shows where they try to be like it's very progressive, very progressive.
I agree. But yeah, man, I'm gonna end this off right here. Appreciate y'all for watching. I will see y'all niggas tomorrow.
All right.
Peace.
All right.
Peace.
Peace out,
Peace
everybody.
out, y'all.
Peace on.
Peace
All
out.
right.
Talk trash.